Recently, as you should all know, a bunch of Faze members got into a lot of trouble after promoting a cryptocurrency called Save the Kids. The people involved were Faze Kay, Faze Jarvis, Faze Nikan and Faze Teeqo, and as well as that, Ricegum. To sum it up, the whole reason they were promoting this cryptocurrency was because every time you bought it, they would donate 1% of the profits to help save kids. Which you might think is a good thing, right? Like, it's helping save the kids. Well, it turns out that as soon as this was promoted and people started investing, the value dropped off completely, meaning that this was turning out to be a pump and dump scheme, allegedly. And for those of you that don't know what a pump and dump scheme is, it's basically when the owners of a coin, in this case the Faze members and Faze Kay as well as Ricegum, basically got large investors to buy a ton of the Save the Kids coin and then sell it right away, making the Faze members a ton of money and scamming all their fans who bought into this. Now, as this all turns out, Faze Kay was one of the main people involved in this, which is why Faze Kay was actually kicked from Faze Clan. And he responded on Twitter by saying this: "I want you all to know that I had no ill intent promoting any alt crypto coins. I honestly and naively thought that we all had a chance to win, which just isn't the case. I didn't vet any of this with my team at Faze, and I now know that I should have. Whilst I'm very passionate about the crypto space, it's extremely complicated and I still have a lot to learn, and I caution everyone to look closely before investing. It was so irresponsible of me to speak publicly about any coins without knowing more and knowing they can do more harm than good. I'm really struggling with the fact that I let you all down, and more importantly, any of those whose trust I've lost. My fans mean the world to me, and I wouldn't be here where I am today without you." So after reading this, a lot of people, including myself, would think that this is just one big mistake, and that Faze Kay didn't actually try and scam people, but basically it just turned out to be something that lost value without him trying to do anything. But this is very, very hard to believe right now, because this isn't actually the first time that something like this has happened out of Faze Kay. Faze Kay's promoted many cryptocurrencies in the past. Now, a very well put together video by a YouTuber named CoffeeZilla really did outline it basically really outlined everything, and he actually managed to get into Faze Kay's wallet and to really see what was going on.
Tweet after deleted tweet, I'm hunting through, and finally I notice a pattern of giveaways with some of these guys. They'll say something like, "This is the craziest thing I've ever done. I will double your Safe Galaxy wallet." This tweet has now been deleted, but I pulled it up in the archives. And then they pick some winners. "You won. Just confirming this is the right address?" Maybe you see where this is going. "Let's go. Here's my wallet address. This is all we need." Using this wallet, we simply cross-check it at the time of giveaway, see that they got the winnings, and then check who sent it. We then check if that address has Save the Kids tokens and other tokens that these people have promoted in the past. If it's actually Faze Kay's wallet, it should have both Safe Galaxy, which he's promoting here, and Save the Kids tokens, which he also promotes. And it does. Here's the Save the Kids tokens. And here's the Safe Galaxy tokens, which incidentally, he got from the Safe Galaxy deployer, meaning he's not just some random person. He's clearly someone with influence. That's how these tokens do it. They give free tokens to the influencers from the deployer wallet. That's all there is to it.
Now, the craziest part about all of this is that Faze Kay was one of the only Faze members that promoted this scam that sold all of his tokens. Faze Kay went from 6 billion tokens, yes, 6 billion, to only 4 tokens.
But by far, the really bad one was Faze Kay's wallet. He dumped all of his kids' tokens immediately. Within 24 hours, he went from 6.2 billion tokens to 4 tokens now. That's right, he sold all but 4 tokens. But obviously, what's interesting here is that not all of these influencers acted quite the same way. You know, Faze Nikan sold a third right away, held onto the rest. Faze Jarvis sold 2/3 over a few days, but Faze Kay completely abandoned the project altogether. Why? Well, I think it has to do with their intentions. Look, I looked pretty extensively over Faze Nikan and Jarvis's wallet history. They do not, in my opinion, have a pattern of malicious selling. What I mean by that is when they get a coin, you know, maybe they'll get some coins, sell some, buy some, and, you know, sell some more, hold on to something like a trader would. And of course, I'm not saying that promoting garbage scam coins to your fans is okay, right? It's not. But everything they're doing, it seems like they're not premeditating to sell everything. Faze Kay, on the other hand, whose wallet we're looking at now, should be called Faze Rug, actually. What I mean by that is that he not only sold Save the Kids instantly, he has a history of doing that to every project or nearly every project he gets involved in.
So basically, he sold all of his tokens immediately after they dropped. Now, to sum this first part up, basically Faze Kay was the only Faze member who knew that all of this was a scam, and CoffeeZilla showed that with proof in his video that he made about it. And after all this, Faze Clan made a very bold statement about all this. We've made the decision to remove Kay from Faze Clan, and have suspended Jarvis, Nikan, and Teeqo until further notice. Faze Clan had absolutely no involvement with our members' activity in the cryptocurrency space, and we strongly condemn their recent behavior. The trust and respect of our fans has been and will always be our #1 priority. Now, 2 weeks after all this, Faze Kay finally decided to upload a video to his YouTube channel, which is now just called Kay because, you know, he got kicked from Faze Clan. And in this video, he basically said this.
I know I haven't posted in a while, and there is so much that I want to say about what's happened in the past month, but because of legal reasons, all I'm allowed to say right now is this. Please do not believe what you're hearing online. All of these people making videos think that they know the truth and that they know who's responsible when they just don't. So this is the truth, all right? I lost money on Save the Kids token, but what actually upsets me the most is that anybody else was hurt.
Now, this personally doesn't really make much sense to me because CoffeeZilla literally just went into Faze Kay's wallet to see that he basically dumped all of his Save the Kids tokens. Now, the only way that Faze Kay is right here, or should I say Kay is right here, is if CoffeeZilla lied and got a completely different wallet to Faze Kay's wallet, which I don't really see that happening. This guy seemed completely certain about this, and he went into a lot of detail. Then Faze Kay in the rest of this video goes on to say that someone gained his trust and apparently broke it.
So we've uncovered significant evidence which confirms that a dishonest person abused his trust with me to scam everybody. This person gained my trust and the trust of my friends while still encouraging us to be the public faces of his scheme.
Now, this does kind of make sense to me. I mean, I highly doubt that someone like Faze Kay would be smart enough to pull something off like this, but he's definitely not innocent. Definitely not. He definitely knew at least somewhat what was going on. I mean, how else would he have known to sell all of his tokens immediately? Because you gotta keep this in mind, Faze Kay was the only one that sold all of his tokens. Faze Jarvis only sold about 1/3, and the rest of them didn't sell much either. It's clear that Faze Kay knew something that people like Ricegum and Jarvis and the rest of them didn't know. Now, apparently there was code in place that basically prevented people who bought the tokens to sell them out straight away, so this couldn't possibly be a pump and dump scheme.
He then abused that trust to go and alter the code right before launch, resulting in 6-figure profits for him, and then leaving the rest of us to be blamed.
Now, this code that Faze Kay was talking about is something that CoffeeZilla definitely talked about in his video, and CoffeeZilla explained that someone involved in the scam told him that the owners of the Save the Kids token asked the mastermind behind all of this to change the code.
Whatever happened to the anti-whale mechanism? Remember, wasn't it supposed to prevent people from selling off this quick? I mean, you were only supposed to sell 20% within 24 hours, so what happened? How was he able to sell off this fast? I started to wonder about this, and that's when I got a telegram from someone inside the project who messaged me anonymously. Hey, Coffee, I remember something. Lucas, the developer, told us before the launch that the owners asked him to modify the anti-whale system from 24 hours to a minute, so they were 100% planning to dump on everyone. If that's true, that's the smoking gun right there. It turns this project from a charity coin with some bad actors that sold off right away into a premeditated fraud. It turns it from an accidental rug pull into an intentional one. So obviously, I immediately started looking through the code because this guy said he heard about it, but he didn't know where to find it. And so I get to digging. Back to the lab again, boys. I can't overstate how much time I wasted looking for this stuff. And yes, it turns out that Lucas, the developer, had created multiple test coins before launching the main one. In particular interest was Save the Kids Test 2 and the real Save the Kids token. I compared their contracts using BSC Scan, and there was a single change in the code. The old code of Save the Kids Test 2 read that you must wait a full 24 hours before you sell again. The new code, which changed at the last minute, changed this anti-whale to 1 minute. You must wait a minute before you sell again. And this is the only change. They changed the token just so they could premeditate this whole thing and almost remove the anti-whale mechanism completely. They turned it from being a code that wouldn't let whales sell off in less than 5 days into a code that lets you sell off in 5 minutes.
Now, after this, Faze Kay basically said in the rest of this video that the authorities are being involved and to basically to hit up his email if they have any information or something like that, and just to show evidence to get this guy taken down who apparently gained his trust and lost it immediately.
There are lawyers who are dealing with this manipulation and working with authorities to make sure he pays for what he's done, and I want to help as much as I can. And right now, the most powerful thing I have right now is my connection to you guys. You will never know how much I appreciate all of your support, and one way I can pay that forward is by making sure that this con man gets the justice that he deserves. We're conducting a very thorough, independent, and aggressive investigation to find out exactly what happened and when, and to do that most effectively, I need your help. If you lost any money on Save the Kids token, please tell us your story on this email below so we can share it with our investigators. We want to provide the authorities with all the evidence they need to take the proper action, and with your help, we can hold him accountable and make sure he's never able to do this sort of thing again. Thank you.
So yeah, that's basically the whole situation summed up in one video. If you guys enjoyed this video at any point, please tell me in the comments down below, and also like this video. Tell me in the comments what you think about this whole situation. Do you think Faze Kay's in the right, or do you think he deserves to get kicked from Faze Clan? Anyway, thank you all for watching the video. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did, again, please make sure to thank you all for watching the video. I really hope you all enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.